Okay.
Alright, so it's been about a week since the last video. I've been on the MG Experience forum and I've been advised that we should pour some Marvel Mystery Oil in the top of the cylinders before we attempt to turn this engine over, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's get started.
Okay.
Oh, how's that look, Max? You see that? Can you see that on camera?
Yeah.
You see that like right there?
Yeah.
Alright. That's number one.
Is that good?
I think. Stop.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not sure how much of this I'm supposed to put in each cylinder, so let's just put some in. That should be enough to cover the top of the piston, I guess. Alright, let's do the rest of them. Okay, goal for today, get this engine cleaned up a little bit, find a socket that fits the front of the crankshaft, and see if I can turn the engine over. Alright, let's get started. Okay, this guy right here, not sure what this is, but this whole can thing is kind of getting in the way, so I'm going to take it off. I think this is a 1-inch. I had a 15/16 that didn't quite fit, so it must be a 1-inch. So I'm sure the professional mechanics out there are not loving this, but it's what I have to work with. Okay, there we go. All right, that's off. Okay, next step here is to remove this carburetor, which I believe, if I have done my homework correctly, is the Zenith Stromberg 150 CD, I think. Anyway, I'm going to pop that off of here. It looks like 2 bolts. I think just this one right here, and looks like maybe just one right here. So we'll I guess this linkage right here. Okay, so we'll pop that off and see what we got. Right now this carburetor is seized up. So also this guy right here, my understanding is it's supposed to have oil in it, but it's pretty dry. So let's take a look at that. Okay, here we go. So we'll disconnect this linkage first. So that's off. This piece stays on the carburetor. And there's first this bolt up top here. All right, success. There it is. Looks like she's a little beat up, I guess. This guy's stuck. All right, well, have to work on that a little bit. All right, back in a minute. Okay, so next up is the removal of these manifolds. The exhaust manifold, as you can see, is was damaged irreparably in the removal of this engine by whomever did that. So looks like these are 9/16, and these are 1/2 inch. So yeah, let's pop those off and see what happens. Okay, well, there's the exhaust manifold. And I guess okay, well, there's the intake manifold. Okay, so this water tube is pretty boogered up too, it looks like. Jesus. Probably should get this thing on an engine stand, huh? Anyway, this water tube's pretty plugged up, so try popping that off of here. So while I'm in here, when I brought this thing home and was scrubbing it, I'd noticed that the these bolts for the water pump are nuts are loose, so I don't know what that's all about, but I'm gonna pop those off and take a look as well. All right, let's see here. This looks a little bit sketched to me. I don't know if that's on the camera or not. Let's see. Anyway, I'd think about replacing that. So I did end up taking the thermostat housing off as well. I cleaned out the water pump housing, and it's a little rough in there, but I think it'll go. I kind of cleaned out all the little orifices and brushed it up really well, so I think, unless somebody says something to the contrary, I'm probably going to leave that on. And now the last thing is to see if we can turn it over. So a couple of days ago, I put some Marvel Mystery Oil on top of the cylinders, and they've been sitting now since, today's Sunday, they've been sitting since Friday. So I want to see if this engine will turn over, and if so, good deal. I was unable to find, I don't have the right socket size. I think somebody said on the one of the posts that it was a 35 millimeter or 1 5/16. I don't have either one of those. So anyway, let's just see if I can turn it over by hand here. Oh, there we go. All right, well, turns over by hand, so I guess that's good. All right, just gonna put everything away and put this video together and post it up and wait for the comments. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a great day.